Welcome back to Vagabond, Gypsy, Tarot, and Oracle. Today we are doing a reading for the sick or somebody that needs healing, whether it's you or a family member or a friend. This pick a card reading is in honor of patron Saint Jude. Saint Jude. We've lit a candle for Saint Jude. Jude is the Saint Jude is the apostle of patron saint of hope and impossible causes, and he is a saint of great passion and hope and healing. So I thought that we would do a pick a card today for anybody who needs healing, and that can be any kind of healing, mental, physical. If you know somebody who's sick and needs a prayer and healing, let's go ahead and pick a pile here and see what kind of messages we can get. And I'm ringing a bell for this as well. And I've lit the St. Jude candle, and I've lit another white candle for healing and purity. And so we have pile 1 here, pile 2, and pile 3. So I'm going to add a stone to each one as well. So pile 1, we have this pink quartz, I believe. Pile 2, we have a crystal generator. And pile 3, I'm going to pick this little blue stone. It's very tiny, teeny. It's just a little blue aquamarine. Kind of hard to see. So I don't know if this is a rose quartz. I think it might be a rose quartz. So this is a rose quartz, let's say a crystal generator, and a little teeny aquamarine. So take a look at these piles and we'll see what kind of message and healing message we can get from these cards. And we're going to use all 3 decks for all 3 piles, but you just pick whatever one resonates with you, and we will see you back at pile 1. Oh, I also wanted to add, the reason I decided to do this one was because this time of the year is just so blessed and full of miracles and hopefulness, and I'm just hoping that we can get a good message for you. So go ahead again and pick either pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, and we will see you back there. Okay, if you pick pile 1, let's see what we've got for another angel. An angel card here. We're going to pick an angel card to start out everybody's readings. God liberating the oppressed. Cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution, and 4 of Pentacles. Wow. So I'm feeling that this might be a mental illness that we're trying to take note of. Or it could be because of a physical illness, it's causing mental problems as well. So this is a grounded earth energy. Long-term stability. is the Four of Pentacles. Excuse me. And that is something that might be needed for this pile here, is that specific grounding. Being able to control yourself, being able to control your situation. And yeah, I really feel like it has to do with taking control of your situation, or the person needs to take control of their situation. This is associated with, we have 60 here. So 60 numerologically is 6, which is about healing and harmony. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick some more cards here and see what we've got going on. Let's look at the Angel card. Sorry. Got these allergies going on here. Let's see. So we have the Queen of Air, which is the Queen of Swords. Truth telling. This says clearing away all that no longer serves you. Seeing the humor in a situation. So again, it's about taking control with that feminine, strong energy, being realistic. Sometimes that's part of the part of dealing with the illness in general, is being realistic, but being positive. I mean, like with Saint Jude, he's the patron saint of hope. So there's always room for hope as well, even though being realistic doesn't mean giving up on hope. If your situation appears dire, there's always hope and prayer as well. We have 6 of Earth, 6 of Pentacles. Gifts of money, time, and effort. So I'm going to take that message out of there, because you might be receiving, or your person might be receiving some extra help during these tough times. And people are and taking time for them or for yourself. It's all about, again, we have a pentacle energy here with this 4 of Pentacles, grounding and getting control of your environment, taking control. That's part of healing, is knowing that you're in control. You say what goes on, you say what happens. I think that if it's a physical illness, very much taking control and acknowledging it, and seeing the humor in the situation. If you can, if you're at that point. If you're not at that point, that's okay too. But sometimes trying to find light in the dark is helpful as well. The Hierophant. Prayer. Asking for somebody higher than you to take away some of your pain. The Hierophant card here to me means asking for help. Tradition, ceremony, asking for help. That doesn't mean you're not giving away control. It just means you're being powerful enough to ask for help. I need help, whether it's help dealing with the situation mentally, trying to understand why you're in this situation, why somebody's in it, why they're in this situation, and that your person, if this is not for you, your person's probably asking why they're in this situation. And sometimes that is part of the agony and the sadness, is I don't have time for this. Why me? Well, things can happen to us. That's the beauty and the sadness of life as well, is that things can happen without us, without our decisions. But then we have to decide how to deal with them. And this Five of Cups here is emotional. It's about feeling like it happened to me because I did something wrong. It's kind of feeling unloved card. It's an emotional card. It's the card of feeling left out, conflict. It's a feeling of unwanted change. Help me. Why? Why did this happen to me? And that can be a question as well. Knowing that, like, if you have an illness and you're like, why did this happen to me? I don't have time for this. Well, because you're no different than the other person that's sitting there with this illness as well. It happened to them and they didn't want it either. We all play a role on this earth, and just understanding that it almost brings on how equal we are, how real equal we are. And that's something that sometimes is hard to understand. Sometimes we can boost ourselves up and think that, oh, we're never going to have this happen to us. And then when it does, it's like, wow, it's a wake-up call. And I think that's part of and knowledge, getting to know everything. Judgment. We have the Judgment card here. 20. About getting that balance and control. It's a wake-up call. It's time for you to find your purpose. This could be a wake-up call and for somebody to find their purpose, like if they have cancer or possibly terminal illness. It could be them waking up to, well, what did I not do in my life that I need to get done? And that gives you that extra boost, that extra purpose to fight, because you have more to live for. And that could also pertain to mental illness as well. There's more to live for. but liberating the oppressed, cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. I do feel like this has to do more with mental illness, because it flat out says that on that card. But, I mean, it's not necessarily written in stone. If this resonates with you on a physical illness, like I said, it could be the mental agony, the mental illness that comes with the fact that you are ill. And it's working through getting that solid foundation. Mizrael, or Mitzrael, however you want to say it, is the angel of helping you get through that. Self-evaluation, self-improvement. It's time for you to take a strong look at who you are, what you want to be, and what you want to do in your life. This is the time, a wake-up call for you, I feel. Sometimes we go through our lives and we don't like get things done. It's like we're sitting around waiting for something to happen beautiful to us, and it's up to us. And maybe this is a wake-up call for you to get moving on what you need to do on this earth when you're here. So I think your message is one of forming a solid foundation, getting your earthly surroundings solidified. Step your foot on the ground and say exactly what you want out of life. Be realistic. Be positive. And with this gifts of money, time, and effort, maybe you could help out with groups, support groups that are dealing with the same situation that you're in, or take part in them. I can't tell you enough how I think that is a good way to go. Even if you're not into them, I think it's very helpful for a time. And some people continue on and do that kind of thing, and that's beautiful too. But I feel like you need to ask for help when needed, and spend time not asking yourself why. Start getting your objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. If worry's been on your mind a lot, clear that away. It's not going to help. I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, but if you're in a situation that there's nothing that you can do about it but move forward and do what you need to do, then it kind of does, in a way, serve no purpose for you to worry about it. I mean, it's going to happen anyway, obviously, but the more that you take control and be strong and understand that you're not special. You weren't immune from having things happen to you. Then that's half the battle. That is going to end this reading for pile 1. I hope that it was helpful. If you want to stick around for pile 2, if this one didn't resonate, we'll see you back at pile 2. Welcome back, pile 2, for your reading. I'm ringing the bell. We're going to pick an angel card first for you. Angel for my pile 2. Angel for my pile 2. Okay, so we have 7 of Wands. This is associated with air and reason. Feeling betrayed, feeling like this wasn't supposed to happen to me. Rael. Rael is the angel of liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. So this could have to do with a mental illness, not in the technical terms of a mental illness. It could have to do with feeling paranoid, feeling like somebody's always trying to make things miserable for you. And this is the patron saint of hope. Saint Jude is here for you as well. So 7 is taking control. Seems to be a theme here, taking control. We have 5 of Cups. Things are not turning out the way you'd hoped. Not seeing the positive in a situation. Crying over spilt milk. Could have to do with physical illness as well. And actually all of these could have to do with either one. Now this is a general reading, so it could have to do with anything. Then we have 10 of Water, 10 of Cups, which is that you have the support of family and friends, and you're not using it or not seeing it. Turning off that light there. It's just too blobbing the light in there. You can't see it. I think this is good enough. Okay, so we have 3 of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like if this is a mental illness, this is about feeling like everybody's after you and that there's always somebody in the way. And the 3 is about expression and growth moving forward. And there's a lot of sadness going on. And this is again asking, why me? Five of Cups. A lot of emotional energy here. This is a lot of, this might be something new and you're trying to deal with it. You have that family support. And it might even be, if it's a physical illness, it might even be at a situation where you may have just been diagnosed with something and you're just way, way, way emotional over the situation. And you don't know how to handle it. And that's another reason that you should call on St. Jude. Healing and hope. Sometimes if we get diagnosed with something and it's terrible in our ears, we immediately move to the thought of, this is it. This is the end. This is my life. And I'm kind of feeling like that's where this pile is heading. We have the Six of Wands, which is again about harmony and healing. And Six of Wands, the wand suit is fire. So we have taking control, being the boss. And there might be some good news coming as well. Good news. That's really a hopeful card there. Let's pull one more here. The Hanged Man. I like the Hanged Man here because it's about taking a different perspective in what your situation is. So sometimes, as I said, if you get diagnosed with something that could be terminal, your first thoughts are, this is it, I'm going to die. And it's hard to look past that initial shock. That initial shock of being diagnosed with something that you may have never thought you were even susceptible to. Like if you didn't have any family history of breast cancer and you get diagnosed with breast cancer, you're like, well, I never even expected that to happen. Not that you know what I mean? Not that you get to choose what you expect to happen. But life happens. And we have to go through it and deal with it. And there are the things that happen, the steps that happen, the denial, the anger, the sadness, and you go through it. And you feel like, why me? And with this Riel, Seven of Wands, this is a deliverance from both enemies, visible and invisible. The enemy is probably, one of them is probably you, you know, yourself, being your own worst enemy. This is about you taking control and looking at things in a different perspective. Okay, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. Not, why did this happen to me? We all go through that. That will happen. But that will go away. And you look in a different perspective and say, I will be okay. I will be okay. Because I'm going to be okay. This is not going to take me down. And this Three of Swords is about sadness and depression. And that certainly is understandable. I feel like this may be more of a physical illness. Things are not turning out the way you'd hoped. I don't have time for this. And there's a lot of feeling sorry for yourself. That happens. It does. But you've got that emotional family support, friends, emotional and material support, physical. And it's really hard. Sometimes it's hard to look at another side of it, and it's hard to take control. But if it's a physical illness that you need like a treatment for, like cancer or something, time heals as well. Heals partially what needs to be healed. And I think that a huge message here is getting your mind frame in control. Sometimes there's not anything we can do about the rest of it. And there's a lot to be said for taking control of the mind and how you perceive it to be and how you are going to handle it. Sometimes you need physical healing, like the physical rest, physical sleep. If that's what's needed, do it. A lot of times people feel movement makes them feel better. Sometimes people feel sleep makes them feel better. Everybody has their own way of healing. And being positive. And by positive, I mean taking control of how you're going to handle your emotions. The sixth card is about healing, harmony, trying to get that healing and harmony. I mean, we don't know what our life is going to end like, or how our life is going to go, and we walk it as it happens. And sometimes there's a fork in the road. And I feel like this is one of them. But it's a fork in the road. It's not a dead end. And it's time for you to see the other side of it, that you're coming through this healed, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and a new person you become. And you do become a new person. Because that old person is no longer there. If you get diagnosed with something like a cancer or an illness, it changes you and you become a new person. You leave part of that old person behind you. From the moment that anything, even if it's not like a deadly illness, it still changes you forever. And this is a new you. It's a new way of looking at you. You've changed. Something's changed in you. Yeah, so I'm going to ring the bell again for healing and the angels to hear healing. And I hope that this helped you. And you have Saint Jude and Rael, the angel, to be your guardians as well. Let's see, I'm going to turn the light on again so you can see there, if you want to take a snapshot. I noticed the end card wasn't showing. Okay, so if you didn't resonate with this one, you could check out pile 3, and we will see you at pile 3. Welcome back, pile 3, for your reading. We're going to pull a angel card first, and I'm going to ring the bell for angel. Let's pull angel for my pile 3 aquamarine. Okay. So we have 13, which is for foundation, stability, manifestation. And this is Angel Lizalel. Lizalel. It doesn't look like that, but that's what it is. The God sung above all. Loyalty and allegiance. Friendship and reconciliation. And we have the Page of Pentacles, which is foundation. And this card is represented by youthful energy. A youthful energy. Good news. And sing praises, and joyful news is coming for this pile. Let's pick a couple angel cards here. Angel cards. Let's pick. This is joyful news, I'm hoping. The Chariot. Archangel Metatron. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower. Public recognition. Knights of Air. Knights of Swords, reason. Tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options. Creative solutions. So I feel like there's good news coming, whether that's good news in the form of medical achievements that might be positive for your situation, new hope, new fresh hope. We have Saint Jude here, patron saint of hope. And yes, and like I said, the 7 card is about, I didn't say yet, but taking control of your situation. There's a lot of positive energy in this so far, which is really happy to see. Let's see here. Let's see what we've got for... I'm going to try and... I might turn off this light because it's like reflecting funny in these... Yeah, I'm going to have to, so you can see the cards. Okay. We have the High Priestess. Oh my gosh, look at that. High Priestess is about complete intuition. Secrets. Trusting yourself. Mysteries. There's a lot of... trust going on here, and judgment. Again, we have judgment. The judgment card, actually I'm going to show you the card so you can see it. The judgment card is about making your life the way that you want it to be. It's a wake-up call. It's time for you to find your life's purpose. I feel like this pile out of all of them has a lot of joyful news coming. It's almost as if it's the... I think the other piles have joyful news as well, but I'm just saying that I think that this one's kind of like a later in the process type thing, and there's some really joyful news to celebrate for. And what's really interesting here is this Archangel Metatron. Metatron is the angel of almost like your book of the book of your life. The choices that you make on this earthly realm stays with you, stays with your soul. It implants in your soul and it stays with you. Yeah, I really feel like this pile here is about progress made. Like if it's a medical illness that you're suffering from or have been diagnosed with. I feel like you have new hope has come into your life, and it's like you're cured. The Lovers. That is about harmony, healing. The Lovers card is about balance, working together. I feel like you've had a strong soulmate connection with somebody to help you through these tough times, who's lived it with you. It's almost like this person had the same diagnosis and they've lived it with you. Which has helped you. Loyalty and allegiance. I feel like this extra support has been so helpful for you. It's helped you stay positive. It's helped you get through the rough times. This partnership, this soulmate, this wife, this husband, this friend. Seven of Wands, taking control, fire. It's a defensive card. It's filled with a lot of fighting energy, and I feel like this person, that this Lovers card has helped you immensely through this process. And that's part of the reason you've been able to fight as hard as you have. So I'm going to put that right above as well. I totally feel like that Lovers card is key. That, I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust so you can see the cards, but I guess it really is not going to matter. I'm going to try one more thing here. There we go. Well, that's where we're going to do it. Yeah, I really feel like this is a self-defensive card as well, and you fought hard. I feel like there was a lot of fighting and standing your ground. Being decisive, tireless, idealistic. This goes perfect with this Knights of Air card, actually. Events that occur with great speed. Take time and carefully review your options. Creative solutions. So I feel like you fought hard to get to where you're at right now. And it isn't always easy. It's definitely not always easy. It took a lot of you went through a lot of mental stress and hard decisions, but you were searching for the clarity. You were searching for your your answers, and nothing was going to stop you. I'm just leaving the light on, sorry. It's just a lot easier. But I really feel like the key to your healing and the key to the celebrations that can take place now are due to your partnership, your soulmate, and the courage and energy that you had to get through this. But with that mental clarity also, I mean, with a serious illness, there's sometimes a point where we're healed for now. And this is with you always now. And you know that. You know that this is one obstacle that you've conquered. But the High Priestess card is also there to remind you of the secrets and mystery of the stuff that we don't know. What will happen? Will it come back again? But this is stuff that this is the challenge sometimes, but it looks like this pile here is not looking at that, and you don't have to. I mean, you do have to acknowledge it because it's true. That you have to celebrate the wins, which you are, and that is so happy and so hopeful. And you might never have an issue again. You might. That's the secret of the High Priestess. Secrets, mysteries, the things that we don't know, the things that we can't control. But the beauty of this pile here is that it doesn't matter what we can't control. You are moving forward with pride, strength, and the power of knowing that you've conquered this obstacle. Like that woman with her arm up, showing her muscle, proud and strong. I won for now. Bring it. I won for now. Prayer, hope. Prayer is always good. Asking for your higher powers for healing, asking for prayers. Again, I want to do the bell. I'm going to do it at the end as well. But this is just so beautiful. Yeah, I really feel like this pile has conquered something. They've achieved success. They're healed in a way, are on the path to healing. there's been some kind of great success if you resonate with this pile. And this aqua marine as well, it's really tiny because they are expensive, teeny tiny. This aquamarine here alleviates sinus, lung, and respiratory issues as well. So if there was something with your lungs, that might be something to carry around. Putting that aside, aquamarine is also the stone of courage and preparedness, being prepared. It's a good luck stone, and it helps bring peace, love, and joy and happiness to those who wear it. So if you wear it around your neck in a necklace, I have a necklace with a aquamarine, and the color is just so angelic as well to me. But I really like this reading here for positive. Yes, this is about standing your ground and being defensive, but it's like it also means you're making a decision, you're moving forward, you're the Chariot. All three of these cards actually work quite well together. Yes, you're defensive. I'm not going to let this get the best of me. I'm moving forward and with tireless effort, and I'm getting it done, and you're not stopping me. You're not stopping me. This is not my end. I have a lot more to write in my book of life. So, I think this is it. It's been emotional. It's been emotional readings here. And I hope that you enjoyed this as much as I did. Really healing. Have a blessed, beautiful end of the year and new year.